But this wasn't the first adventure for Bob and Larry. Both had climbed Mount Ararat in eastern Turkey in search of the Ark of Noah. But this adventure started with a mysterious letter and a relationship with an Apollo astronaut.
Well, I met Jim Irwin through a mutual friend. He was a unique guy. He was a piece of history. He was the 8th man to walk on the moon. He was an Apollo 15 astronaut.
Jim Irwin gave me a letter that had been written by a man who had been in Saudi Arabia, how he had seen a mountain that could be Mount Sinai, and here were the directions, and said he couldn't go back, but maybe somebody could. And I read the letter, I'm like, this is for me, this is my thing, I'm going. I called Bob up, and Bob said, yeah, when? You know, there wasn't any hesitation at all. Yeah, let's do this. And you need that type of an attitude.
What should the real Mount Sinai look like? How do you know what you're looking for? The men chose to make the Bible their guide, to search out its specific claims about the mountain and to follow them, literally.
We knew we had to find the Exodus route. We had to find where they crossed through the Red Sea. We needed to find the bitter springs of Marah that the Bible talks about. We needed to find the 70 palms and 12 springs of Elim that the Bible talks about. We needed to find a cave there. We needed to find boundary markers around the mountain. We had to look for a large altar where they made the golden calf, worshiping the Apis or Hathor, the Egyptian pagan bull god. We needed to find an altar at the foot of the mountain where Moses built an altar and set up 12 stone pillars representing the 12 tribes of Israel. We needed to find a rock that water gushed forth. The Bible describes it as the rock of Horeb. It needed to be a very pronounced rock that was split. We needed to find a mountain where God descended in flames of a furnace. We needed to find all these things to find the real Mount Sinai.
It's refreshingly simple. They've taken the biblical record at face value. They had more or less a grocery list of what they were looking for. Is this here? Let's look and see if it's here. If it's not, that's fine. If it is, that's exciting.
But difficulty and peril lay ahead, and Apollo 15 astronaut Jim Irwin knew it. He called his friend Bob Cornuck with a warning.
He knew of the dangers, and he expressed to me, Bob, you need to be aware that this is a dangerous mission. He said, but I was confronted with that decision whether to go on a dangerous mission once myself, going to the moon. And he said, when they closed that capsule door, he said it was the hardest thing is to hear that door clang shut, knowing that I was committed to go. He said, are you committed to go? And I weighed all of the pluses and the negatives, and I felt that it was worth the risk to potentially discover this great find, this lost mountain of God, Mount Sinai.